What's up? What's going on? What's happening? K Mega 405 coming to you live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. Thank you for coming and checking us out. Well, I said us because there's no us. It's just, well, Briggs. Briggs is right down there on the laying on the floor, like a 176-pound grown-up adult, but it's a dog. Anyway, whatever. What's going on, everybody, man? Thank you for coming and checking out the stream. I had to address this, and tomorrow I'm going to address the whole Last of Us Halo. There's a lot of Halo themes going on around here, and it's kind of crazy to me because I don't know why. But anyway, I'll talk about the Last of Us kind of taking shots at Halo, the TV show, for whatever reasons. I'll talk about that tomorrow. But let me talk about something else. I don't know if there's people out here that are just bored because it's not a lot of news, even though there is plenty of news to talk about, or is it that they're bored because there's just not enough messy to go around? I don't know. I mean, all you got to do is just get on social media and there's something messy that's going to be there. So, I mean, I just don't understand why some people tend to want to go into this, to get into this whole situation where they, what's going on, guys? My boy, he's a Willie Mega, Willie. I don't know, man. It's crazy to me, right? Like, so again, I've been going all day. I've been over here running around, taking care of business. And I'm looking at the phone, of course, you know, checking out, seeing if there's some new news, anything like that. Of course, there was some news that popped, but again, it never fails. I'm starting to see people post that. There was somebody that was like at 2 o'clock in the morning today or last night, however you want to say it. I say last night because I went to sleep afterwards. But somebody put out a and maybe they was from the UK or from whatever, but somebody put out a space talking about Starfield and how Starfield cannot be delayed and it gots to be high quality. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But and of course I didn't listen to it because I already know what this is. It's like I've told you guys many of times. Xbox gamers just don't give themselves, just doesn't give Xbox any slack for anything. Nothing. Some people will tell you, well, Xbox doesn't deserve the slack. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. That's a discussion for another day. But the reason why I made this video stream is because of what I just seen. Shout out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me go ahead and look and check this out. Check so I can make sure that this article is right, because I'm going to read some stuff. Because I got an article right here, and then there's another one that my boy Child of God posted right here. So, but shout out to him because I seen it, and I was like, "What?" And it said Starfield seemingly replacing Halo as Xbox Series X flagship. Bruh, I'm almost getting tired of talking about Starfield. Because I just want this game to be out, to be honest with you. Listen, this is exactly what this is going to be. This game is going to drop. This game, I think, is going to be fantastic, but it's not going to generate within certain people this hype that some people put on this game. And it's almost insulting to have a game that has not been out yet, a new IP, which is coming from the masters of Skyrim and Fallout. I get all that, right? Like, I mean, this game is going to be a massive game. I'm excited for it. But it's insulting to even dare say that Starfield is on the same wavelength or is going to replace the GOAT, the game that saved Xbox. Briggs is like, uh-oh, he's over here getting animated. I got to get out of here. I'm not understanding this. What? Like I said, somebody must be bored or they just ready to throw out the messy. Because I'm seeing this stuff about The Last of Us, which, like I said, I'll talk about tomorrow, and the show compared to Halo show, but then I'm seeing this. What? So I'm going to read a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying? You said you're actually watching football. Look, is the game on? I thought the game was I thought the game doesn't come on until a little bit later. I thought the game you can't. Oh, you said you must have been watching football at the time when it was going on, because I was like, there ain't no football going on now. There may be some basketball games, but not no football. But okay, so let me read this. Okay. Starfield has seemingly begun replacing the Master Chief as the Xbox mascot. Bruh. I want to throw something in my TV for reading this. I want to throw something in my screen right here. I just want to throw something right now for just this garbage ass line right here. Let me read this again to you. Starfield has seemingly begun replacing the Master Chief as Xbox's mascot. God, man, listen, I get it. Listen, I get it. Halo Infinite hit hard and then fell on its face because of the lack of the content. I get it. We've talked about it. We beat it to the dead horse. Oh, 343 needs to make more games. 343 needs to go. Somebody else needs to get it. I get it. I've heard it all, whatever. 343 put themselves in that position. There's no question. Understandable. But this is garbage, right? Okay, so let me just read a little bit more of it. It said Reddit post highlighted how a new Xbox Series X owner in China, what? Okay, had their console packaging adored by Bethesda's Starfield. Typically, the rear of the new gen console's packaging would have had Halo's Master Chief emboldened all over it. But now that honor belongs to Bethesda's new RPG. Why would it not? Okay, let me continue. It might seem a little more than a throwaway detail at first, but this really points to Starfield replacing Halo as Xbox flagship franchise. Oh yeah, he got to put the parentheses right here. Let's try to be a little bit diplomatic here. Okay, for now at least. With Halo Infinite having come and gone in November 2021, the immediate future of Xbox belonging to the juggernaut Starfield from Bethesda instead. Let's continue a little bit further. Well, it's because it's not that long of a read. So it says, it might seem a little more, oh God, that part, it says, it obviously doesn't help matters that Starfield has been delayed out of its original release in November 2022 to I can't say that word right now. An anonymous date. Let's put it like that. In the first half of 2023, and still doesn't have a firm release date. Still, with the promise of a new RPG launching at some point in the next 5 months or so, Xbox is clearly starting up Starfield as the new big franchise. Okay, as the big new franchise. Come on. Thank you, Knights. It's called marketing. Why is it that, okay, so hold on. So let me just throw this scenario out here, because PlayStation stands hate when I bring up PlayStation. So maybe I should do this with Nintendo. Let's do this with Nintendo. Okay, so let's just say, right? Okay, so I'm assuming that Mario is probably the biggest selling game on Nintendo in its history, right? So, but there's Zelda coming out. So when Zelda is going to be put on a box, or is going to be marketed, or however that the Nintendo is going to do it, why do we don't hear that? Well, Zelda is the face, is the new mascot, or Pokemon? Since Pokemon like sells out of the wazoo, like shouldn't Pokemon be the face of Nintendo, not Mario? I don't know, man. Right. Thank you, Cypher. I thought, you hear Xbox doesn't market good enough. They don't do anything. So we got somebody in China that got a hold of something that which is pretty much letting you know that if they're over here having packaging already for Starfield, that this game is going to release this year. Now, of course, it doesn't have a date, and that's fine that people want to speculate. But people dropping Spaces at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Now again, like I said, this person could have been from the UK or something like that, somewhere overseas. So it's probably the regular time for them. But regardless, I'm looking at this and they started Spaces and they got demands. Well, it can't be delayed and it has to be this and it has to be that. It was just like my last video when I was talking about people complaining all the damn time and they put all these stipulations to make themselves complain more. Oh my God. You know what? Okay. And I already just brought up on my mind talking about the, I see people over here getting upset about the Suicide Squad. That's something I gotta talk about here later. I'm gonna just still focus on this. I don't understand people. I don't get it. Halo is the mascot, or whatever you want to say, is the face of Xbox. There is nothing else there. That is just like Gran Turismo, right? Is the biggest selling and the most selling game on PlayStation, right? Regardless of what you may think, like Spider-Man might eventually come and surpass it. God of War maybe come someday and surpass it. Don't know. But, and PlayStation doesn't really have a mascot too much. I mean, Crash Bandicoot back in the days kind of seemed like it was there with a mascot, but PlayStation doesn't kind of really work that way. Like they just have their lineup of titles, like their bangers or whatever, right? So why is it that Xbox can't have their bangers? Now, if you want to talk up Starfield, all of that, listen, I'm excited for the game. Don't get me wrong, but it just kind of reminds me of this whole situation like it was before. You show me a picture of a door and you show me a picture of a ship that was a concept art and it wasn't actually in game, or well, I think the door was in game, but the concept art of the ship was not. That's not good enough, bruh. I need to see something. Once they showed the gameplay, then I was all in. Now I'm all in. I can't wait. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But if they delay the game, which this is another point that I'm going to bring up, for later on this year, then there's obviously a reason for it. It's not because somebody's supposed to be scared or something. It's no different than anything else that we've seen that's happened in the last, I would say, 3 years, in the sense of how like certain companies position these games to go in certain places because maybe they want to add something else, or maybe that they may come up short, or whatever the case may be. But that's just kind of like how these publishers are moving right now, right? But this bothers me. This bothers the hell out of me. Oh, you said it was Risket for Biscuit who held that space. That's who it was. It was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't listen to it. I was getting ready to wrap up for the night anyway. I put in another long session to The Witcher. And I was like, man, no, I'm not. Because if somebody says something crazy, I'm just going to just get out of it anyway. And I don't want to be rude. So I'm just not going to listen. Because I'm really tired of nothing is good enough. Everything is bad. Everything is this and that. Xbox just isn't doing anything. Like, then just buy a PC, buy Xbox games on the PC, buy a PlayStation, be a PlayStation fanboy or girl, and or Nintendo or mobile or what, and get the hell on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of hearing it. Now I know it's not going to ever stop, but it's kind of like, if you're excited for what Xbox has coming, be excited for it. If there's it, I don't. And this is why I showed that video not too long ago, basically showing, look, you tried to make 2022 to be like it was the worst ever for Xbox, when I also showed you that in 2017, 2018, that was the worst ever for Xbox. That was bad. Were there good games? Absolutely, there were good games. But were those AAA bangers then? No. And not all those games that I enjoyed, that other people enjoyed, like Halo Wars 2, etc., Sea of Thieves, those games, Sea of Thieves was getting laughed at. When I was standing up for Sea of Thieves, I had to give it to Craps. Crap was one of those people that was standing up for Sea of Thieves, letting people know, look, this game is going to be a phenomenon. Now, look, I thought the same thing was going to happen with my beloved Bleeding Edge, but it didn't. But Sea of Thieves did stand the test of time. So did State of Decay. But there wasn't too many people that was upset about State of Decay. It's just that it didn't look what the competition did, which that's fine. But 2022 was not a bad year. Now, if you was frustrated because of the AAA situation, understandable. But again, there was a reason behind it. They delayed it. So if they delay Starfield for a few more months, that's okay. So let me read this other article to you, and let me read a little bit of this. Okay, so here we go. So it says Starfield release date reportedly delayed. All right, so okay, all right. So this person dropped this little nugget at 12:15 p.m. Eastern time. So that means that they have shit to do. They were just over here like, let's just throw something out here just to get the messy going. So it says right here, right now, the new Starfield RPG for Bethesda, what I'm saying, from the makers of Elder Scrolls and Fallout, is scheduled to release sometime in the first half of the year, which is to say sometime by the end of June, according to a new aforementioned report. And then it says this report comes. This says, but it's not going to make. So there's a report that's going out that's saying that it's not going to make this window, but it would. But it won't be that far behind it. The report comes from a popular YouTuber, an occasional industry insider, Mr. Matty Plays, speaking during Last Stand's Media Defining Dukes podcast. He said that this Matty Plays relayed word that it's heard the game will not be releasing in this previously promised window, but will be out sometime this summer. So presumably sometime in July or August. Now this is where I call bullshit. This is where I call bullshit. Oh, what's going on, John Nagaro? Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Starfield will never replace Halo. It will not. It will not. That's going to be my closing argument on this stream. But I just wanted to read a little bit more of this, right? I just wanted to read a little bit more, right? So, okay. So this is why I call bullshit, right? Okay, so this what says, okay, presumably sometime in July or August. All right, so if it's going to come in June, and it's not going to come in June, it's going to come in July or August. Well, if you feel it's coming then could you give us a date? Oh, well, you don't know the date. And you don't even know the date that's when Starfield is supposed to come before June, right? So how is it that... And normally, if a game is that big, right? When do big, huge titles like that come out in the summer? When people are mostly on vacation or whatever the case is, they normally don't put big titles in the summer. You're saying July, August, dead heat in the summer. Now, again, kids do stay home during the summer, but the kids aren't the ones normally buying the games. It's the parents, and the parents is usually on vacation or they're doing something else. They're over here getting prepped for the holiday season. So if this person came up and said, well, this game is slated to come out September, October, November, okay, all right. There's a possibility for it, but it's going to be delayed to August. Now, could he be right? He could. I doubt it, but still, I call bullshit on this. I call it. Like, and then you got people that's over here complaining that, well, this is not a good thing. This is scary. This is... Listen, man, I don't know. I've been enjoying the hell out of my gaming experience. And I'm looking at all the slate. I was just talking to some people last night. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to have the time. I don't know how I'm going to have the time compared to what's going to be dropping third party, what's going to be dropping on other platforms, what's going to be dropping on Game Pass, and what's going to be dropping exclusive wise. I don't know where I'm going to have the time, but you would swear by some of these people's actions or reactions that there's nothing coming out except for Starfield, and that game it might not potentially come because its game is about to fail. I mean, well, it's going through development hell. Let some of these people come out here and say it. It's crazy as hell to me. It's crazy. What's going on, Ice Queen? It blows my mind. It blows my mind. So I guess I should just go ahead and flip this over here too. So let's go. Let's take this over. Yeah. So y'all can read y'all can see what I'm reading. All right. So yeah, I'm just looking at it like, okay, sometime at this point in time, right? Like, bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. Starfield is getting a possible bump out of the first half because it's currently updated. Said the YouTuber, still coming the summer, but possibly delayed out of the first half. Okay, so if mostly, again, Starfield is going to be this game, right? You got one article here that's telling you that game is going to replace the GOAT, the mighty one, Master Chief, Halo. Starfield is going to replace this game. And lo and behold, Xbox marketing is saying, when should we put out the game that's going to replace Halo? July, August. From a YouTuber. God. Bruh. I mean, listen, we called this, Slayer. I called this a couple of weeks ago. There is no satisfaction. There's no satisfaction for nothing. Now, I get it. I understand if you're excited for something, you want something bad. Trust me, there's plenty of games that I've been sitting here waiting for. I've been wanting, I'm desperately wanting to get my hands on. But this is getting ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was over here thinking about doing a video today talking about, they're talking about Scalebound. Listen, stop it. Stop messing with my emotions about this game. Stop it. Stop it. Are y'all that bored? Are y'all that desperate for content? I guess obviously so. Instead of just looking at some of the games that you know that's going to be coming out here and talking about them. Some of the old school style, like, hey, this game, this is what I'm anticipating. This is what I want to talk about. This is what this is and that is. And again, what we got here is more speculation, more people having just can't stop hearing this voice in the back of their heads telling them, Xbox is going to fail. Xbox ain't going to get it right. None of these games are coming out. Their marketing sucks. Now Halo is dead. How many times have we heard Halo is dead? But every time, it's damn near like every month somebody's talking up and bringing up something about Halo. Every month. They've been trying to put Halo dead on the vine since Halo 4. Yeah, they've been trying to kill Halo off since Halo 4. It's not dead. It's not going away. And Starfield is going to be a game that's going to complement the Xbox portfolio. It's not a game that's going to overtake Halo. Gears does not take over Halo. But listen, this is the thing. There are people that like Gears more than Halo. There are people that like Forza more than Halo. There are people that like other games that Xbox has had over Halo. But everybody knows Halo is the GOAT, is everything Xbox. It is the #1 game for Xbox. There's probably not, I mean, Forza might be the one game that can try to catch Halo, but no, because you know what's going to happen when these updates, more and more people starting to play Halo again. I was playing it, felt good, felt right, felt good again. I still don't like that ugly ass Gen 1 aesthetic. I can't stand it. And some of that drip looked awful, but the game plays fantastic. It didn't for a while, but it's playing good. The Forge, absolutely stunning. There's those maps I was just like, oh my goodness. So I'm getting back into the Halo phase. But guarantee you, when the next Halo game drops, whatever that is, if it's an Unreal Engine 5 or if it's still in slip space, the people are going to be running to the yard to play Halo. Even the people that claim that they don't like Halo will go and buy it, play it. They'll even put in their dollar to play it to the mighty Xbox Game Pass in order for them to get a chance to play it on PC or Xbox. Halo is not going to ever go away unless Xbox decide that Halo goes away. That's just the facts. Will it have the numbers like it used to? Maybe not. Maybe it could. Who knows? I don't know. That's for gamers to decide on that end. But when you try to say that this game, that its first entry in this game, I'm hoping to God that this game is absolutely epic. I hope everything about Starfield is what everybody's anticipating it to be. But it still is not going to be, it's still not going to overthrow the GOAT. It's just not. Halo is that game. PlayStation has their lineup of titles, God of War, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima is now in there. Even though the game is I think it's waning in popularity, but still, I still put the Horizon series in there. I also put that in there. You got Uncharted and Spider-Man. All those games. There's not one title that when people look at PlayStation saying, that's the new mascot, that's taking over God of War, they're saying that's all a collective unit. So why in the world is it not the same for Xbox? Like, this is a big time game that's going to be added to the Xbox portfolio that's going to help round out their big titles going against everybody else's titles that's out there in the business. Why has this got to be in this garbage talking about this is overthrowing and well, this game's going to get, there's a theory out here like it's not going to release on time, but it'll be here in a couple of months and it's still, stop it, man. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Let me over here read some of what you guys are saying. You said, Darky said you're so bored. He said he's also, you start watching me. That's fun. Hey, man, well, you better start getting up on here, man. Start playing something. Get back on that Witcher. Because it's really crazy because I'm almost done with the story mode. So I got some other stuff I need to do, but that's crazy. This time I'm finna get the most beautiful ending because I had the bad ending the last time because I rushed when I came back. I'm taking my time, my sweet time with the greatness of The Witcher. But let me read some of what you guys are saying. See, still raining here. You said 100% agree. It's a complimentary thing for Xbox, not the new Halo or the new flagship. That's what I'm trying to say. Like this, come on, gaming media, come on. It's just like what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow about with The Last of Us. I'm happy that everybody's loving that show. I don't really care personally. I don't watch that much TV that much. When I do, I'm cool anyway because I have a different perspective. I want to watch TV and movies to be entertained. I'm not trying to critique it to the last compound to where this outfit strand needed to be precise, just like it was in the comics or into some kind of biography of one of the comic book characters. Some people just take it way too overboard. I just come to be entertained. That's just me. So if The Last of Us is very entertaining, me and the wife will enjoy it, move on. Just like I loved the Halo show. My wife she really loved it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters to me is I want to be entertained. That's it. So if it's good, it's good. But I do not appreciate the slide over something that's successful. Now, let's just say, for instance, if and I said I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I'll just say this last bit and then I'll get back to my point. If the Halo series on Paramount was not successful, then you could probably throw the shade. But from the opening numbers for Halo, for the Halo show, compared to The Last of Us, Halo outdid it. So I don't know. Anyway, it's just part of, see, this is the thing that I was talking about on GRG was that the media has changed so much. And again, you can be for the media at one point, you can be against it in another. I've played the game with it as well, where I've sit there and I've like, oh, look, the media's over here throwing some shade. Haha, look at this. But then on the next, I'm like, look at this garbage. But it's so different from when the days of the time when Adam Sussler and them and from game trailers and all of that, because of the fact that it's messy works. People like messy now. Instead of it just being, I'm going to write this article, you decide how this is, I got to throw a couple of jabs and so I could get more engagement from this certain group because they're the ones that engage a lot more than this other group. And it's trash. These articles are trash. I'm sorry, I don't know Mr. Matty Plays. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's a nice guy, whatever the case may be, but this is bullshit to me. Bullshit. Now, if he's right, then I'll come out and I'll say, oh, well, he was right. It came out in July and August. But I just don't see a big title like that. When do you know that? Remember when PlayStation fans last year was trying to say that God of War was going to come out in August, and I was like, no, it's not. It's not coming out in no summer. You know what I'm saying? If it comes out, September if you want to count as September as the summer, which really it's kind of technically is, I don't know. But you want to say September, fine. If he said September, October, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see that, because I even said that, look, if they delay it again, I don't have a doubt that it's going to come out this year. But if they delay it, then maybe they feel like they want to put something else out there. Instead of just and then probably move, because maybe they had a game that they were anticipating to come out at the end of the year, and then they seen that game might need to be delayed until 2024, so they moved Starfield into September, October, November. I think it would be too late to put it in November, probably September, October, right? Okay, yeah. Is it inconvenience to some people? Obviously, it sounds like it would be, but as long as the game still comes out this year. Now, if the game is delayed until 2024, then I'm totally understanding and with you that there should be pitchforks, and because you can't give us 2 dates and then 2 major dates and then delay it again. Now, it has been done. There's no question it has been done, but then at that point you lose trust, and it's all and with some Xbox gamers out there, it's already flaky as hell with their so-called trust into the brand. So, you don't want to make that. So that's why don't release any dates until you know that the game is absolutely ready to go. If they said they wanted to delay it, okay, fine. So let's go. Let it come out. But make sure when that date is released, that game comes out at that point in time. Don't let the pressure of people that wants to know right now, because they can't get out of their space, because that doesn't help their content or whatever the hell that they're using it for, their game, their console politics, whatever the hell that is. I don't, forget them. Worry about putting that game out, being the best that it can be. If it has to be delayed a couple of more months, then do it. Just don't delay it for another year, because at that point, I just got to shut up and let these people that has been slanderous tear your ass up, because I mean, then you made the problem yourself. So that's how I look at it. Let's see. Content creators is the worst thing for gaming. Fake news and punk ass fans. They're disrespectful. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Ice Queen, she said, I could see Wolverine coming out in 2024, 2025. And it could. See, that again, I've said this a million times. When PlayStation does delays, when Nintendo does delays, I see more people get upset with Nintendo than they do with PlayStation, because the excuse that, well, the product's going to be this, it's going to be that, it's going to be this and that. They delayed Horizon Forbidden West, and that product did not look worth a damn, in the sense it looked beautiful graphically, but that game looked like it needed to be in the oven a little bit longer because of all the bugs. Let's not forget about the Days Gone, which I think is a really cool game, but just think about that. That game got delayed once or twice, and then they still released that game, and that game was absolutely atrocious to play. And that could have been one of the reasons why that game didn't hit the mark in sales like it did. And dude is still bitter about it. So it's kind of crazy. But regardless, these articles here, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me read this last part and then get ready to make my last comment on this and get on out of here. So what he's talking about. Okay, let's right here. Okay, unfortunately, Matabi does not provide a new release date. Okay, I think I've already read that. So that was it. Because see, look, this is when you can tell that these are just throwaway articles, because there's really nothing. Either one of these were they were short as hell. Like, let's just write something, get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Get some clicks, keep it moving. Both of them. Look at that. You got this cringy ass headline. And you know what I'm saying? And then you got this little part, after a 7.5 billion purchase, that's no surprise. Bro, stop, man. Bro, how much did they spend for the Slip Space engine? $250 million to $500 million? And you over here talking about 7.5? That's no surprise? I don't know, bro. Live from the 405. You're right, bro. You're right. I just don't understand it these days, why people have this notion to want to just kind of throw in like this. This is just absolutely ass juice. This is garbage. This is smut to me. Absolute smut. How dare you put this new franchise that nobody has played, has barely seen, and you compare it to a game that is one of the biggest titles in gaming history. How dare you throw this garbage out there? How dare you put this smut out here? Oh my God. Who is this publisher? I see his name right here. They usually show their picture at the end. Where's your picture? Look at you. You're like 12. You're like a year younger than Xbox 448. Look at you. Man. Oh, I should have known. Out of the UK. Now listen. You know what I'm saying? He's earned his degree. He's earned his degree in journalism. You know what I'm saying? Cinema literature. You know what I'm saying? In history. Okay, he stepped in the games writing world with focus on shooters, indie games, RPGs, and has since been a recipient of the MCV 30 Under 30 Award for 2021. In his spare time, he freelances with other outlets around the industry, practices Japanese, and enjoys contemporary manga and anime. Okay, you're a bright young kid, but this is garbage. Garbage. How dare you say that? Oh, it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. It is very off-putting. It makes me sick to my stomach. How dare you disrespect the GOAT? I don't get it. You got a game that is in the Rushmore that is guaranteed. If there was a top 4, and people in the chat, please let me know your top 4 franchises of all time. Let's just say 5. Let's just say, because I know there's 4, but let's just say 5. 5 franchises that should have their faces on a Mount Rushmore of gaming. I guarantee you Halo is up there. You know, the crazy thing is that which franchise would you pick from PlayStation? For me, it's the God of War. I've always been a God of War fan. It's God of War for me. Some people probably might be The Last of Us. Some people might be Nathan Drake. But I mean, for me, it's Kratos for me, for PlayStation. Mario for sure. Master Chief for Xbox. And some people might even try to maybe say that maybe like Marcus Phoenix or something like that might be the much more. But I even think that when if you do a poll, and I think I'm going to throw a poll. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to throw that I'll throw that later on my channel. If you throw a poll of who is the face of Xbox today, it is no question that Halo would win. No question. You say Elite, you got a Halo tat. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of the GOATs. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Listen, and for me, Mario is a given. Some people might say Zelda, but Mario is a given. Mario is the GOAT for Nintendo. Halo is the GOAT for Xbox. PlayStation, I'm going for Kratos. I'm going for God of War. And for PC, PC is its own entity, but I mean, what? World of Warcraft or the one game from Riot Games, the League of Legends. I don't know. I have no idea what PC's GOAT would be. I mean, I don't know. C-Mac, you say Mass Effect? Right. He didn't do his homework. What up, Rain? Yes. Okay, so for you, you said Mass Effect, Halo, God of War, Mario, Sonic. Okay. All right. That's a decent looking Rushmore. I don't know about Sonic though. I mean, no, I know Sonic is there, but I put Sonic in that same category like with Crash and Mario. Like Mario is the king of the platformers. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing better than Mario. I always liked Sonic, you know, and I like Crash. I think Ori is a beautiful game, stuff like that, but there's still nothing better than the GOAT, man. That Mario is the GOAT of the platformer. The GOAT of the platformers. Period. See, now that's also a thing to see too. It's like, what is the GOAT for open world games? That's a tough one because there are some fantastic open world games. Of course, deep down I want, because I'm playing The Witcher 3, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of great open world games that I'm thinking about right now through my head. I don't know. So okay, so Halo for you, PlayStation, The Last of Us. I can't argue with that. I mean, I honestly, if PlayStation, if Sony owned the PlayStation, if Sony owned the Spider-Man gaming franchise, I probably would say Spider-Man. Because I think that Spider-Man is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger for PlayStation, even though that they don't own the gaming rights to the game. I think that if there's any game that's going to catch Gran Turismo, it will be Spider-Man. Evermore Saga. He said, "Don't disrespect Sonic by lumping him with Crash." Bro, I'm thinking of platformers. Crash is a brother. I'm not trying to disrespect Sonic. I love Sonic. I love Crash. I love Sonic better than Crash. I actually like Sonic better than Mario. But there is no denying the plumber, man. The plumber the plumber has been doing it. Bro, you about to make me cuss over here. The plumber has been doing it for them. Man, been doing it. Man, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. So if you want to put Sonic, so you can't. I know how much you love Sonic, bro. I know how much you love Sonic, but you got to be realistic here and say that Mario is better than Sonic. Not your. I know your preference is Sonic, and I like Sonic better than Mario as a character. But man, overall games, performances, Mario's been holding it down, bro, for the platforming race. It's levels to this, bro. I got you. It's levels to it. It definitely levels. What do you say? Fly God. C-Mac. I was over here like Fly God. I was like, what is that? C-Mac. Of course, you would have some wild stuff in here. You say Shenmue was the first open world game. Technically, no, it was. And Shenmue passed through my mind because I bought that. I got Shenmue 3, which was atrocious. But I don't know if I can go through it. It was so bad. But I am going to go back and play 1 and 2 eventually again. Because I forgot so much. So I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of good open world games that would get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be lost in the moment because I'm playing The Witcher again. And then it's saying, well, The Witcher is the best overall, open world game when there was so many out there that's been fantastic. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 was killer. Bro, that was man. I don't know. I think that's just a really good conversation, a really good gaming conversation of like each genre. What is your considered the GOAT? Like when we talk about JRPGs, Persona just kind of jumped up and kind of ate up Final Fantasy's lunch. But there's no question that Final Fantasy is the GOAT of when it comes to JRPGs. Still, even though Persona is nipping, we got to see what Persona 6 and Persona 7 will do compared to what Final Fantasy 16 and I think we already kind of know what's going to happen with Forspoken, but well, I guess we just need to talk about just the Final Fantasies and not just about what Square Enix does. So let's just go ahead and just say Final Fantasy 16, and then also with this other Final Fantasy, the sequel to Final Fantasy remake. I forgot what the second part 2, the remake that's going to be coming out this year. We got to see what Persona 6 is going to be like. I think to even kind of classify to where, because Personas has been I played 3, I didn't beat 4, I beat 5, and I need to go back and play the Shimi Tensei games. I played the first one, but that was it. I never really got a chance to play the other one. So to me, I know a lot of people might like Persona more, but Final Fantasy is still the go when it comes to JRPGs. RPGs, though, that's a really good discussion. That's a great discussion right there. So, you said Persona and Monster Hunter on Game Pass few days. Monster Hunter is another great game. Is a fantastic game. Oh, bro. Oh, hey, I'm finna show some more gaming content from Breakers. But bro, we can get down. Hey man, Fight Night's back. So coming up Sunday, I'll play some Breakers collection because I want to see how it plays online. Because the game feels so good. So it's so hard though. But yeah, Breakers collection is great. So yeah, I don't mind seeing you on there. I got 2 people I really enjoy playing with on that game. So yeah, no doubt. You can see me on that. Yeah, like fighters. Of course, my GOAT's gonna be Tekken. Other people's gonna. I think after Street Fighter 6, I think a lot of people are gonna start jumping on that Street Fighter 6. Man, I think Street Fighter 6 is gonna be one of the biggest games of the year. No lie, no joke. I think Street Fighter 6 is going to be up there at the top echelon games of now. Of course, discredit VGAs because they treat fighters like trash. But I think Street Fighter 6 is going to get a lot of people back into the fighting space. I really do. That game is phenomenal. Oh my God. I'm jonesing. I can't wait. Oh, I want to pre-order it right now, but I don't like doing the pre-orders anymore because I got screwed over a couple of times. So I'm just itching though. I want it all. I want everything. I want the Shut Up edition. So I just pay it, shut up, just give me the game, give me the content so I can just play my heart's desire. I can't wait for that game. But for me, Tekken is going to be for this go to fighters. Shooters. Now, Halo is definitely in that group. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Halo and you got all these other shooters out there, Halo is definitely up there in the top 2, top 3 for me. But I mean, there's no mistake in Call of Duty, man. I've shot down Call of Duty. I've shitted on Call of Duty. I talked bad about Call of Duty. I've said it was done. It was over, and Call of Duty will not die. And I catch myself. I didn't buy 2 Call of Duties because of the whole Bobby Kotick situation. But when I got back on it, I played it nonstop there for about a month, for almost a month. And I'm just like, oh man, that's your peanut butter and jelly, man. That is man. Call of Duty is like a bag of potato chips. Like you know what I'm saying? Empty calories. It is nothing to really. I mean, now the story modes are great, but just to play in the multiplayer. Tell me another game other than like Halo and Battlefield. But see, the people on Battlefield is now nowhere near as cringy as they are on Call of Duty and on sometimes Halo. But tell me games that you would want to sit there and be insulted, where somebody want to smash your moms, want to call you anything. You could be a white person and call you the N-word just because. You can sit there and you could be, you know what I'm saying? If not, you could be heterosexual, but you're still gay. You get insulted and disrespected, but you keep playing that damn game. Tell me, obviously the game is just too damn fun. So COD is just it's oh my god, COD's unbeatable, man. Halo is in a echelon with itself when it comes to, because it has it's perfected the story. Well, I can't say it perfected the story in the because there's people that don't like the story sometimes, and then they don't like the multiplayer or whatever. I think that they have done a really good job. I think that there should have been more in Infinite, but still, I think they were the ones to really put it in place to where even Call of Duty had to follow suit. Same with Battlefield. But yeah, Call of Duty as just a shooter. I mean, that's probably the GOAT because of just how big it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, if there's a game, if they said that Call of Duty will not be the franchise. I mean, it will not be the replacement of Halo in the sense of that. Like as a flagship, but it will definitely be the bigger shooter overall than Halo. Because I don't know if Halo will ever get back to where it was back from the Halo 1 through 3 days, just a different time. Like I said, Halo will never die, but COD is just another phenomenon, man. Just a phenomenon that just won't die itself. So that's pretty crazy. So that's going to be, I think that'll be a definitely interesting topic at hand. So anyway, Halo COD, did you say Killzone Rain? I'm done with you. All right, man. Okay, this is where I got to end the stream. You over here, you're being wild. That game, they don't even, is that game even running? It's still, I think they shut the servers down. I think Sony came in there like the ATF and shut it down, bro. I don't even think Killzone is even playable right now. I think that went away with the dinosaur. There was this landfill out there where ET is. Killzone's out there. What's that card game that PlayStation had that said there was the Forza killer? Oh my goodness, what was that game? Oh man, Beautiful Racer. Oh, I can't think of it right now. But yeah, there's a landfill out there with all that trash. I'm at you at the movies waiting for Avatar. I need to go see Avatar. Me and the wife said we was go see Avatar, so I might try to see if we could try to see the Avatar this weekend before it goes away. So, yeah, absolutely. But man, enjoy yourself. So anyway, I'm finna get out of here. I'm just rambling. I just want to just make my point. Just talk about this Starfield situation. I mean, this, these articles that's coming out. You know, just trying to shit on Halo for no reason. I mean, Starfield will never overtake Halo as the flagship franchise. It just won't. Could it become a bigger game? It could. Could it be a game that is that has more accolades than Halo? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That's yet to be determined. But will it ever will it ever take the place of Halo? Never. Never, never, never. It will never happen that way. Never. So, you know what I'm saying? I hope that, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that let these games just be an added piece of the portfolio where now you have, when people start talking about Halo, Gears, and Forza, you got Starfield, you got Skyrim, you got Doom, then, and then whatever, then let's see, we'll I don't know, we still got to find out what's going on with Avowed, but you have those 6, and then if the ABK deal goes through, which I'm still thinking that it will, then you're going to have Call of Duty. Then you'll have whatever else that's a part of that. That's going to be added to Xbox portfolio, and Hellblade and Hellblade. So, and then let's not forget the mighty Killer Instinct. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Until the next video, I'll do another video tomorrow talking about some of the stuff that I said I was going to talk about. So hope you guys will come and tune in and check me out. I really do appreciate you guys coming and checking me out today. I know it's kind of short notice, but I just had to get this off my chest. So until the next one, peace. Let me see what else I got going on. Oh yeah, next podcast on Xbox 448's channel Thursdays, GRG on Fridays. And yeah, and then Fight Night Sunday, and I'm going to be back to streaming on Saturdays with my boy the Don. Start getting my shooters, and then start getting my sports games and stuff back. Start getting back into the rhythm of stuff. So man, I hope you guys are going to stick with me through doing all this stuff, man. But I really do appreciate you guys coming through. Everybody have a good one. Until the next one. Peace.